Welcome to the Wellkids Christmas.
Today we're going to share the story of the greatest man born.
And his very cool parents.
Let's get started, shall we?
Mary
was very beautiful.
too pretty.
Not very tall.
She likes wearing shorts.
In her spare time, she probably went to see Joseph and probably
Skip? This is a very cool page.
When Mary was a young girl,
She wanted to be a mother. She wanted to have children. And
Mary thought her wedding would be like this.
there would be flowers. She would be wearing a pretty white dress with a veil with flowers.
She'd have a crown on, a beautiful veil. She'd have a diamond goldish,
it's like a small, easy, low-maintenance wedding.
and she had flower girls.
But not like super crazy and expensive, but
As a crown like this, and then her family and Joseph's family would come. Joseph's favorite sports were football, soccer, and hockey.
He was a skinny little guy.
he was a carpenter, and he had a shop near their house.
Out of wood, probably built like models of Ferraris.
Wooden like boats and stuff.
Optimus Prime is made of metal, not wood.
Joseph proposed to Mary like
He knelt down
he just put the ring on.
and put his hands together.
She was probably the more romantic one, so she would think that Joseph would put it on like,
Dear love Mary, will you marry me?
but no.
Yeah, he kind of was like subtle about it.
Mary was sitting in her house sewing, mending a dress, and the angel Gabriel came down to her and said, "You are going to have a baby and you will name him Jesus."
The angel said, don't be afraid.
Joseph didn't really want the baby. He kind of didn't really want to have a kid, so he was scared and stuff. At night, when Joseph goes to sleep, he has a dream that an angel came to him and said, "You'll have a son and you'll name him Jesus." And then he all freaked out.
Joseph would have named the baby
Samuel. Tank.
So then he woke up and went to see Mary and told her his dream. And then she didn't want to tell him that the exact same thing happened to her, but it wasn't a dream. And then he freaked out, but she didn't want to tell him because she thought he wouldn't believe him. And then they both started freaking out.
So King Herod calls for a census, and so they have to go to Bethlehem because that's where Joseph is descended from the lineage of David, and so they go, and Mary's very, very pregnant.
She had to sit on a donkey for a really, really long ride.
Mary and Joseph went to a whole bunch of different inns, but none of them had room. They all said, "You can't come here, there's no room."
There was one place where a guy said that they could go into his barn, and they weren't so sure about it.
I would probably offer you a Porsche,
Nah.
Ferrari.
They gave him money.
Nice little bit of moolah.
I'm gonna take you to the barn. And brought them into a stable, and inside the stable was a manger.
You want us to have our baby in there? They're probably like freaked out.
He like freaked out.
He was freaked out.
King Herod found out that there was going to be a new baby, and so he sent people to find out where he was so that he could praise him. So the wise men followed the star, the bright star in the sky above the stable.
And then she ends up having the baby.
And all the animals were around the manger where the baby was laying and wrapped in swaddling clothes.
This is a great day.
The wise men were sent because they saw a star in the sky that was, they followed it because God was underneath that star in the barn. And they followed it because I think it was the star that meant there was a new king.
Jesus was born to save the people and to heal people and to die for their sins so we didn't have to.
If you do something bad, he still forgives you. Like, he can never not like love you. The wise man bring 3 gifts.
And they brought
Myrrh, frankincense, and gold.
If I could give Jesus any gift now, it would probably be...
I give him all the treasures in the entire universe.
I gave him an iPad or a laptop.
Diamonds. The biggest computer ever. My porcelain kitty cat. Golds. And crystals.
A Bentley?
Well, I love my dog and my rabbit, so I would give him that. And, a shiny, the biggest tugboat. Hope you enjoyed today's story.
Some of the lessons you learned will stay with you wherever you go.
Someday, it will be your turn to share the amazing story of Jesus.
Have a Merry Christmas, everyone. Have a Merry Christmas, everyone. Have a Merry Christmas, everyone.